Hi everyone, welcome to Coffee and Tools. This week the compound miter saw. Not that much really, because when they come out of the box they're actually pretty decent as soon as you just plug them in, you know, plug and play I guess we'll call it. But this one here, since I've had it, it's never really been all that great, and so we're going to set it up today and just go through the quick procedure of what does it take to get your compound miter saw set up. Really what's going to take, there's only one adjustment on this bad boy. That's the fence right back here. So if we can get this fence lined up with this blade, everything else should pretty much fall in line, but we're going to find out, and we're going to do that. So first thing we're going to do is adjust the fence. What do we need? Well, we're going to need one of these. We're going to need, in this case, we're going to need Allen keys. Different manufacturers, going to be different adjustments on it. This particular one has 4 cap screws back here with Allen heads. So the Allen heads, we'll back them off just enough so we can bump this around a little bit. And then the next tool we're going to need, we're going to take a block of wood and set it up here. Then we're going to get, I like to call it a square. I'm going to put this miter square on here. We're going to put in a block of wood and we're going to measure to the blade and see if we've got 90 degrees or something pretty darn close to it. And then we can adjust our gauge and just check this saw and set this up, lock it down, and then we get the compound miter saw cutting and doing what it's supposed to be doing, giving us a good cut. Right back here behind the fence you can see there's Allen screws, and we're just sort of snugging them out just a little bit. We're going to bring the saw down now that the fence is just a tiny tad loose, and we're going to lock the saw in place like this, and that's when we're going to get this guy right in nice and tight and snug, right like this. Snug to the fence and snug to this blade. Now you notice I'm using the block of wood. That's the big secret here, is the secret block of wood in order to get this, because without the wood I have a lot of issues with trying to get this laid up, and you end up getting into a problem. With the block of wood and raising the level, you can get nicely across the whole 12-inch blade in this case and get up against that fence and get a good look at this and see exactly what you need. Okay, let's get a quick cut on this, and we'll just sort of stick something in the saw here for a minute. It's just a piece of scrap. We'll just have a quick look at it and see how we're doing. And there it is. It's looking really good, so I'm pretty happy with that. But we need to check the angle and do the 45 cut next. And let's have a look and see how that looks. Okay, there's the cut. Now we'll get the our buddy out again, and we're just going to kind of put that together, and let's have a look and just see exactly what did we get, because that's really what we want to know. So we'll get the blade, the saw, oh yes, and I'm running my finger across there to just see. It's right dead on, so that's as close as I'm going to get with a 45-degree cut. And also the 90, same thing. It checked out. I got a beautiful 90 on this thing right now. I took a reading, and I even took a longer piece of lumber. Sometimes what you want to do is take a nice long piece that runs off a little bit. And when you take a nice long piece like that, you're going to get a good easy reading, and you can sort of like go right across, and longer is better, because it's going to show you if you're going out even a little bit as you get down the length of lumber. You can say, okay, this thing is getting off a little bit, and you can correct it. This guy that's the best cut I've ever seen off that compound saw. And how long did that take? A couple of minutes, and we got it. Like I said, when you dial this stuff in and you lock it down, and then you've got what you need, you're going to get the results you want. So I'm pretty happy with that. But remember, the trick here mostly is to get a block of lumber up on top of the saw, a good flat piece, something that's half decent quality and smooth, and get your miter or your square up on top and get that reading off that blade and get that reading back to this fence. That's going to show you exactly how much adjustment you need. And take your time doing it, because once it's done, this is going to stay in for a long time. In fact, unless the saw is bumped or moved around, there's no reason why this can't cut lumber over and over again, and that the 45, the 30, 20 degree, whatever cut I need, I'm going to get it over and over again off the saw, and you can trust it. Maybe after a blade change or something, but all the same, that shouldn't change. The blade I'm using on this particular saw is actually 80 tooth, which is quite a few teeth. But it doesn't cut real fast, but it gives a nice smooth cut, which means very little sanding. So that's one of the reasons I've got it in this particular saw. But as I said in the past, I really haven't taken the time to set the fence and to do this. So now that we've got all that chucked in, hey, it could be DeWalt, could be a Craftsman, could be whatever brand name you like. Setting up a compound saw doesn't take very much, but once you do it, you got the results. So hey, we're good. So again, this week, thanks from Coffee and Tools. Next week, we'll probably have a little different topic, but that was it for this week. So hey, thanks for tuning in, and have a great weekend, y'all.